Welcome back to another powerful Bible story. Today we journey into a time of severe drought and famine, where God performed a miracle through faith and obedience. This is the story of Elijah and the widow of Zarephath, a story that reminds us that even in our lowest moments, God is still our provider. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you can get notified when next we post edifying content. Israel was suffering under a terrible drought. There was no rain, crops had failed, and famine spread across the land. God had sent the prophet Elijah to declare that there would be no rain because of Israel's disobedience. When the brook where Elijah was drinking dried up, God told him to go to a town called Zarephath. There, a widow would provide for him. At the city gate, Elijah met a widow gathering sticks. She explained that she only had a handful of flour and a little oil, just enough for one last meal for herself and her son before they expected to die from hunger. Elijah asked her to make a small cake for him first, and promised that God would not let her flour run out nor her oil run dry until rain returned. The widow chose to obey. She made bread for Elijah first, and just as God promised, the flour did not run out, and the oil did not fail. Day after day, there was enough. Later, tragedy struck again. The widow's son became very sick and stopped breathing. The widow cried out in pain, questioning why this had happened. Elijah took the child to his room and cried out to God. He stretched himself over the child and prayed earnestly for life to return. God heard Elijah's prayer, and the child came back to life. Elijah carried the boy back to his mother, and her faith was strengthened. She declared that she now knew Elijah was truly a man of God. Lessons from the story. 1. God provides in unexpected ways. God sent Elijah to a poor widow, not a wealthy family. God's provision often comes from unexpected sources. 2. Obedience unlocks miracles. The widow gave first even in scarcity. Her obedience activated supernatural provision. 3. Faith is tested during lack. It is easy to trust God in abundance. True faith is revealed in moments of shortage. 4. God is concerned about daily needs. The miracle was not grand riches, it was daily bread. God cares about everyday survival. 5. God has power over life and death. Through Elijah's prayer, God restored life. Nothing is impossible for him. 6. Giving in faith brings blessing. When we prioritize God even in difficulty, He sustains us. 7. Trials strengthen testimony. The widow's faith grew stronger after both provision and resurrection. Thank you for watching. The story of Elijah and the widow reminds us that even in famine, God never forgets His people. When we obey in faith, He provides beyond expectation. If this story blessed you, please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next Bible story.